Welcome to the Daily Energize podcast, where you'll get a jolt of energy and a quick tip to help you conquer your day. Now here's your host, the Prince of Positivity himself, Spencer Jones.
Hey Energizer, Spencer here, and you know what? I'm triggered. I am triggered, I'm bothered, I'm upset. Well, okay, I was triggered. I'm not anymore. And I was upset and frustrated and irritated because I was triggered, but I'm not anymore. But I thought it was a fun way to start it off at least. Because triggers are a thing. And that has really become a buzzword these last couple years, being triggered. And maybe you like the term, maybe you don't like the term, but I bet you know what the term means, right? And if you don't, well, let me just say at least my definition of it. Being triggered means that all of a sudden something, I would usually means bothered you, right? Like it ticked up something in your life. It could be a positive, like that triggered that emotion. That was the catalyst that led to something, right? Being triggered is like, this is the catalyst that led to some result. Most of the time, these last couple of years, being triggered means something negative. That, all right, something happened. This was a catalyst to me being pissed off and angry, and someone crossed my boundaries, and etc. And that's fine, right? That is one side of being triggered. There's also, being triggered to have positive things in your life and things along those lines. And while I love talking positivity, I'm actually here to talk about the negative side of it. Because recently I was triggered. Some stuff happened in my life. Some friends made some comments that triggered me. And it wasn't their intention to trigger me. It wasn't their intention at all. At least I don't believe it, and I would be quite surprised if it was. But it still triggered me, and I started feeling upset and frustrated and irritated at them, at what was said, at the situation that it brought up again. And I was, as I said, frustrated and irritated with them and this whole situation, but also with myself. Because I thought and I realized that I didn't actually heal that pain, that scab, or that cut, or whatever you want to call it, as well as I thought I had. I thought that I healed and was farther along. And then when this person said those things, it triggered it. It felt like they were ripping the scab off, or it wasn't them doing it, I did it. I ripped the scab off that wound, reopening it. And as annoying as it was to be triggered, it's annoying, and I don't want to be in that space of negativity, of anger, frustration. It's okay to feel the feelings, and I get that, right? We're humans, so I felt the feelings. Trust me, I felt the feelings. And I felt them, I let them be there, but I also know, okay, I'm feeling them. This doesn't serve me, though, this doesn't help. How can I resolve this and let them go? Not to just dismiss them. I recognize them. I'm not burying them under the rug, but okay, now let's get rid of them. They're not serving me. How do I process and let this go? And so I'm still working through that process. It's a process. It's going to take some time. But what I realized is I'm grateful for those triggers. I'm grateful for the things, the people and things and whatever it is that trigger me. And I hope you are grateful for the triggers in your life, for the people and things that trigger you. And more, when I'm saying trigger in this case, I mean more of that negative sense, right? Where it bothers you. I hope you're grateful for them, because triggers, when triggers us in that negative way, it raises our awareness. So many people just get triggered and get pissed off and angry and frustrated, and then they're just living in that emotion. Which again, feeling the feelings is fine. What you do with your actions in those feelings, it's a different story, right? you do what you feel is best. For me, I always try to respond with love, which is hard sometimes when I'm feeling angry and frustrated. But I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful for that trigger, because now all of a sudden I go, oh, I thought I healed that. I thought I worked at that, improved at that. I'm not as far along as I thought. Well, that sucks. Well, let me go back and work on it. And there are times when I've healed something in my life and something would come about and trigger me again. Except this time, when that thing happens that would normally trigger me, I'm not. And all of a sudden I go, okay, look, I've healed. I've healed to some degree, at least, that pain, that cut, that wound. Cool. Now that trigger can make me aware of, oh, this used to bother me, but now it doesn't. And other times it goes, oh, well, I guess I got more work to do. And it depends, right? It depends who says it. The person who said it is a close friend, so I doubt that they meant it intentionally, but it hurt. It's like they ripped that scab off. If someone else said it, probably wouldn't have bothered me so much. It wouldn't have triggered me as much. So it's just a level of healing, and that's okay. And I know this episode's probably here or there and just a little different. But I'm sharing it because I'm still in the moment of it, still feeling it at times. I've let go some, but I'm still working through the frustration and anger and all that. But I did want to share about the triggers, and that I'm grateful for it. Because that was a cool lesson and a nice lesson to have. Not necessarily a fun lesson to have. Right? If I'm going to be totally honest, it wasn't a fun lesson, but it was a lesson. And it just raised my awareness. And I'm grateful for that, because now that I'm aware of it, right? Awareness is always that first step. Now that I'm aware, I can accept it and I can take action on it. So I'm aware of that, I'm accepting it, and now I have been taking action on it. Maybe it's just continual actions of the same stuff I was doing before. Maybe I need to tweak and adjust those actions. And that's what I'm working on now. We are all a work in progress. We're all learning, we're all growing, we're all raising our vibrations. And if I get to share as part of my journey and help and support you on yours, I'm deeply honored. So, thank you for joining me. I hope this helps. Be aware of those triggers in your life. Be grateful for them and do what you need to heal so that you can keep on shining bright. All right. Keep being you. Keep shining your awesome light with the world. And, just respond with love. You got this. All right. I love you. I appreciate you. Until next time, I will catch you later.
Yeah.